What is up, guys? Welcome back to One with the Pack podcast, where we talk about all things NC State. Now, speaking of NC State, I'm really excited for a game today because Duke plays NC State in the Elite Eight. So let's just hop right into it and let's preview this game. Michael John, hit us with the stats.
So looking at the stats right here from the NC State Duke game for the field goals, we got NC State shooting 44.9%, Duke 48.3%. 3-pointers, NC State 34.2, Duke 37.9. Duke shoots slightly better in the game clock. However, in free throws, NC State shoots 73.9 with Duke 72.9, so 1% better. NC State with 35.2 rebounds, Duke with 36.5. Assists, NC State with 12.8, Duke 15.6. NC State with 7.3 steals, and Duke with 6.6. NC State with 3.5 blocks, Duke with 3.6. NC State with 9.7 turnovers, Duke with 9.6. NC State with 16.3 fouls, Duke with 15.9 fouls. So, Ben, what are your thoughts on this game? Who do you think's going to win, and what about the final score?
I am really excited for this game again. As I've said, Duke, NC State, a big ACC rivalry. As a State fan, I got to be a little bit biased here. I say State's going to pull through with a very defensive battle, 60-61, 59.
Looking at the spread and over-under, the over-under is 141.5, and the spread is 7.5. Favored in Duke.
I do want to ask MJ, do you have like the overall defenses pulled up yet, or do you not have those?
I do, right here. Duke is ranked number 25 in the country with the most scoring defense, or the least scoring defense. Duke allows an average of 66 points per game. NC State's not on there, but if you keep filling us with that stats, I will figure out how many points they allow.
All right. So you see, that's why I thought this game was going to be very defensive, because Duke is a very defensive team, shown as their win against Houston the other day, 54-51, a low-scoring defensive affair. Now, DJ Burns himself, I think DJ Burns is going to show up and show out in this game. I feel like he's going to have 25-plus points and just have an amazing game. Now, let me just look at her.
So I haven't found out how much they allow, but they average 76.5 points per game. And with Duke allowing 66 points per game, I think it's going to be around 70, just averaging it out. I think the overall score is going to be around 70. The over-under puts it at 61 for both teams. Actually, no. The over-under puts it around 61 if split into two. 71. But if you look at the
correction, 71.
NC State versus Duke game in the ACC tournament, let me pull up the score right here. You keep talking, I'll fill you in with this.
So yeah, I believe that score was 74-69 in the ACC quarterfinal. But let's not ignore it. Let's give Duke their flowers for beating us by 15 points, 79-64, in a regular season matchup. Did we play them again earlier in the season? Let me check.
Yep. Yeah, so at the ACC tournament, they beat us 74-69. That's about what we expect for this game. Around 70 points. So it should be around 70 points for the final score for both teams. I think NC State can pull it off because they have in the past. And the reason I think NC State has the higher chance of beating Duke is because we beat Duke more recent than they beat us.
They were very close together, I will say. Only 10 days apart.
But I will say
I don't think I would bet under in this game, because I don't think this game's going to be offensive at all. I think this game's going to be defensive. But I do think DJ Burns Jr. will show up and show out.
I bet I would put my money on over, but do not take our advice. We are not by any means officials on betting.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take the over.
I would take the under. I mean, Duke is a bigger defensive team, and I feel like DJ Burns might get a couple blocks this game. So
I think I think both of the teams are more defense, but I think this will be a very high-scoring team. I think we're gonna pass the ball to DJ Burns in the paint lots of times. He's gonna put up layup after layup, and that's gonna get us fast points. And I think same with Filipowski. I think there's gonna make everybody just. I think it's gonna be low. I think it's gonna be a bunch of twos. I don't think there's gonna be that many threes. I think there might be a three every now and then, but I think it's mostly gonna be putting the big guys in the paint, passing them the ball, and getting up quick shots.
Yes, I did. And again, NC State is really hot right now. They have a very big winning streak.
8-game
So,
win streak, both
that
in
is
tournaments.
and don't any of the, but all them teams are very good teams that we beat. They're not all of them, but every team we beat in this streak is a very good or very solid team. All right,
But
on the
yeah,
top
just
of it. Oh, keep going, MJ. My bad.
yeah, I think like I said, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, but in your point that might be a low scoring is the Duke Houston game. That was a low scoring, but I'd bet the over. I'd say yeah. I bet the over, and I think it's going to be a very high scoring game with lots of points, and just going point shooting up the charts. I think the top player will be DJ Burns. I think he will I think he will shine today, and hopefully, Mohamed Diarra played like he did against Marquette, getting shot. I mean, rebound after rebound. He ended up getting 40 out of the 42 rebounds of NC State that game. And but Duke does also have Kyle Filipowski, who does get a bunch of rebounds.
Yes.
But yeah, wrapping it up there, I think State's gonna pull it off.
Yeah, and if you thought or thoughts about the Alabama and Clemson game, there should be a little thing up above that will take you to a video about this game. But that's where we're gonna wrap it off now. Thank you for watching. This is our opinion on the Duke State game.
We'll keep you posted after the game and for the games tomorrow. Or there's no games tomorrow. All right, see ya.
Bye. Go State.